What's up everybody, it's Sean here, back today to give you guys a review of the JJJJound New Balance 1890 in this white and silver colorway. For a lot of sneakerheads, a lot of us worry about how long our shoes are gonna last, and especially for those older grails, if we decide to rock them, in the back of our minds we're thinking, could this be the day that our shoes finally crumble? Well, there's actually a real world solution to those problems, and that solution is called Capsule. So Capsule is the ultimate preservation system for your grail sneakers. And by keeping it in this airtight UV protected pod, this helps our shoes stay wearable for longer and addresses the issues of them yellowing and crumbling by utilizing science. So Capsule was developed in the lab, and by working alongside a PhD in polymers, and by spending over 2 years and 400 plus hours of lab testing, this is the proven method to keep the sneakers that you care about staying fresh. So don't just take my word for it, check out the links down below in the description box, take a look at their website, do your own research. And if you want to care for your sneakers and utilize a product that's rooted in science, check out Capsule. Honestly, you guys won't regret it. So New Balance has been really pushing their newest silhouette, the New Balance 1890, over the last few months. And this is their latest collaboration, partnering up with Montreal-based mood board turned brand JJJJound, releasing 2 colorways of the 1890 silhouette. So releasing on June 26th, alongside this white and silver colorway, they also released a black and white pair, both pairs releasing for a price of $200 US or $260 here in Canada. So while the black and white colorway got most of the buzz, and it seemed like most of the hype was surrounding that pair, for me, this one was a clear winner. I like the clean, white-based colorway that the shoe is. That's just personal preference. And according to the JJJJound website, the colorway for this shoe draws inspiration from American collegiate campus athletics, which honestly, whatever that really means, this is just a simple, good-looking colorway. So as minimal as the shoes are, the box is equally as simple. So this is a white-based cardboard box. We have New Balance branding on the top lid, along with JJJJound featured on the sides. So as far as the shoe goes, jumping right into the details, the base layer of this shoe is crafted out of a white colored mesh, but then overlaid on top of the toe box, we have these synthetic silver overlays, which basically feels like a thin layer of plastic or TPU. So just like any other 1890, we have these finger-like detailing along the sides, but for this specific JJJJound version, because it's only one type of material and one continuous panel, it gives it more of a simplistic and cleaner look. Moving downwards, covering the middle eyelet, we have what looks like a synthetic silver colored leather. So this has much more of a sparkly-like appearance. And then fused on top of this, we have the New Balance N logo. This is done in a mix of black with yellow. Covering the top 3 eyelets, we have more silver fuse overlays. And then wrapping around the heel of the shoe, here we have a gray colored synthetic nubuck overlay. And it features JJJJound branding pressed onto the lateral side in yellow. On the bottom of the heel, we have this New Balance NB branding, and then we have a small layer of reflective 3M at the very top of the heel. As far as the laces go, this pair comes with 3 different lace options. So the default lace that they come with is a flat white colored lace. They also come with a rope style white lace, along with another flat lace that has subtle hits of yellow on it. Underneath this, the tongue is crafted out of that same white colored mesh that covers the body of the shoe. On the top of the tongue, we have another square patch with New Balance branding. And then the back of the tongue and the interior of the shoe, this is covered in a very dark navy blue colored mesh liner. The insoles of this shoe is just your standard foam line insole. However, this being a JJJJound collaboration, it features JJJJound branding pressed onto the heels. So the upper of this 1890 sits atop this midsole, which is actually the original midsole used on the New Balance 2002. Not the 2002R, but the original 2002. So this utilizes New Balance's Absorb technology, along with New Balance's energy technology as well. So you'll see the full-length, gel-like pillars, which are visible on both the forefoot and the heel, and this is there in place to help with impact protection and shock absorption. And then turning the shoe over to the bottom, so the outsole here is crafted primarily in black rubber. We do have hits of navy blue on the heel, and you can see how it's heavily segmented to give it more flexibility. And in the middle, we have this gray colored or silver colored TPU shank plate, which is New Balance's stability web technology. And this helps with torsional rigidity and midfoot support. So that breaks down the look and the construction of this shoe. For those wondering about how these fit, so to me these fit like almost any other New Balance 1890, so I personally go true to size. I'm a true size 10, slightly on the wider side. I got these in a size 10 and they fit me very comfortably. It's the same size I would wear for other made in Asia New Balance shoes like the 1906R, 2002R, 860V2. I also wear a size 10 or true to size in a lot of the brands made in England models like the 991 and 1500, whereas I go a half size down to a 9.5 in a lot of their made in USA models like the 992 and the 993. But whatever size you normally wear for most made in Asia New Balance shoes, I'd go with that same size for this pair. They do run a little bit long lengthwise and they're a little bit narrow, but for me, it wasn't narrow enough that it gave me pain or significant pressure points anywhere along my foot. Next up, in terms of the comfort, so these feel okay on foot. For a casual everyday shoe, they're gonna be perfectly fine. But if you're comparing these to other New Balance silhouettes, they're not the most comfortable. They honestly feel a little bit flatter, a little bit lower to the ground than even some of the other made in Asia models. So something like a 9060 would have a lot more soft cushioning underfoot. Even something like a 1906R, I feel like it has a little bit more stack height in the midsole. But for these, again, I feel a little bit lower to the ground. It still has a good amount of plushness to them. It's not like it's a dead feeling shoe, but if you're looking for something that has a lot of cushioning underfoot, then there's definitely better models out there from the brand. But this is really a model that I can still see myself wearing a lot. It's something I can really just leave by the door and just slip on if I'm going to run errands or something like that, or even as an everyday shoe. I think these will do the job. Finally, in terms of the quality and the craftsmanship, so speaking about the materials, nothing special here. We have a bunch of meshes, some textiles, a lot of synthetic layers here. Nothing about this scream premium, but that's fine given what this shoe is. I don't expect 1890s usually to have high quality leathers or suedes or anything like that. It would be nice to have that, but I feel like for the brand, the majority of the colorways they pump out are going to be crafted out of these types of materials. The build quality though I thought was fine. My pair was free of any major flaws. The panels were consistently sized and placed, no glue stains, and overall it just felt like it was a very well put together product. So yes, the materials aren't anything amazing, but if you're going into this shoe expecting these types of materials, I think you're gonna be happy with the overall end result. Obviously, price comes into play with this being at 200 USD. Maybe you can argue that you're not really getting full value, but I feel like the majority of people out there don't really analyze their shoes at that level. If you think it looks dope, if it's well put together, then I think you'll be a fan of this shoe. So with all of that out of the way now, let me toss these on feet, I'll lace them up, and I'll show you guys how these look. When it comes to JJJJound's collaborations with New Balance, or even across the board for that matter, I'm sure most of us aren't really that surprised with how these shoes turned out. They're known for their minimalistic takes, and both this pair and the black pair, they are very, very minimal. So it comes down to whether you love that look or you hate it. I can understand why some people just don't like this shoe, but sometimes we just need a shoe that's just low key, and having that JJJJound branding does make it feel a little bit extra special without being too loud or too in your face. So sound off down below, what do you guys think about this white and silver colorway of the JJJJound New Balance 1890? What are your overall thoughts on the look of this shoe, and between this one and the black colorway, which of the two do you guys prefer? Leave your thoughts down below, and if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. I'll link my social media accounts down below for you guys to check me out there and give me a follow too. And as always, thank you for your continued love and support, and I'll catch everybody in my next review.